Okay, guys, well, I said you would all be getting some more GTA 6 content, and I guess that means today, because apparently the trailer description for GTA 6 was leaked. At least a small portion of it. I will say before we get any further, take this with a grain of salt. The person in question who is reportedly leaking this, I mean, it is just kind of a Twitter user. The one thing, this person has gotten the name Lucia correct. We'll take a look at his tweets here in a second. So there is some credibility behind his claims. But yeah, this is kind of cool. If it is true, even though we don't have the trailer, we might know how it starts. So let's go ahead and hop in and take a look at all the details. Now this Twitter user, Saintsfan, he posted this tweet. Now it is translated at the bottom. I do not speak Portuguese, so I don't know exactly if this translation is 100%. I'm sure if there's anyone in the comments that does, and you can let us know if this is good enough, but apparently the trailer starts with a plane passing over. It's a pretty generic intro, but hey, okay, it makes sense. A plane going over. I think that's maybe how the GTA Online trailer started, something similar, so okay. Then there's a lizard crossing the street. That is interesting. We'll come back to that point, but just remember lizards, because that also gives us some credibility here. He says, then it transitions to Lucia in prison exercising. That is such an interesting description if this is the case. Lucia apparently might be starting this game in prison, so that's cool. Then it transitions to dogs playing, so maybe Rockstar just confirming that animals are in the game, so that's cool to see. And then the bottom one, I believe, is a little mistranslated. Zorinho, I'm probably butchering that pronunciation. Apparently, I think is a car. And it's apparently a car doing donuts on the beach, on Ocean Beach. So it's not a little dog rolling on a beach like the translation suggests. It would be a car, which, I mean, again, pretty generic, pretty standard maybe for a Rockstar trailer. Now that was all he gave us, and it's not much, but what does make this slightly more credible is he did quote retweet a tweet he had back in August of last year. So before the massive leak in September, that did confirm it was Vice City, that did confirm the main characters were Jason and Lucia. He said Lucia is the Latina type. Apparently there are a lot of iguanas around here. They would be like a local plague. Hashtag GTA 6. He said that in August. Now, what is even crazier, and look, this could all be a coincidence. Like I mentioned, take it with a grain of salt, but in those leaked videos, and of course, unfortunately, I cannot show this, but you'll have to just take my word for it. If you have the videos yourself, you can go through them and look. There is an event in like the menu, in the developer menu, that simply states invasive species meetup location 1 and 2. So what we know in the game, of course, that Lucia is the main character, or one of the main characters, and that there's going to be this invasive species meetup location as an event. And then we have this Twitter guy saying that there's going to be these iguanas that are going to be sort of like a plague. That almost sounds like these iguanas could be an invasive species. I don't actually know if they are in Florida, like IRL, but iguanas, apparently there's a decent amount of them. There's a decent amount of these lizards in Florida. So it is possible they show up pretty frequently in GTA 6. And also the fact that he got the Lucia name correct a couple of months before we officially knew, that's kind of crazy. Now, again, that doesn't necessarily mean this is going to be 100% correct, but let's just take it at face value and say it is. If this guy somehow got a description of the intro to the GTA 6 trailer, that would mean the trailer is not too far away, because when companies make trailers, I don't think it takes them months on months on months. I mean, it probably only takes a month or two at max to actually officially like get the trailer done. So that does maybe mean, optimistically speaking, the trailer isn't too far away. Now going back, I just talking about the description a little bit. Plane passing, okay, lizards crossing the street again, the invasive species. Lucia in prison. That is an interesting way to introduce us to the character. Rockstar also did come out and confirm that the story is based on a Bonnie and Clyde-esque story. Obviously, those are criminals. I mean, not that our characters wouldn't be criminals, it's GTA. But maybe this means that the actual characters of Jason and Lucia, they don't meet each other at the start. Maybe you know, through this prison or some event, they meet up. We know that there's going to be a redneck yacht, and from all the leaked footage of Jason, he does kind of appear to be a redneck Trevor-esque character. Not as crazy as Trevor, but he's going to have a similar style. So maybe by Lucia going to this prison or exercising this prison, maybe that is how Jason and Lucia meet somehow. I'm not entirely sure how it would work, because I guess Jason's not in prison. I don't know. That's just some crazy speculation there. I don't know if anyone has any cool ideas of how that could work. Let us know in the comments. But this was an interesting post, and I figured I'd share it with you guys. Again, take it with a grain of salt. We don't really know, but there's a higher probability that this is correct than not being correct. Of course, we're not going to know until the trailer comes out, and then, you know, we'll see if everything checks out. But for the time being, considering all the other coincidences, I do think this is, you know, somewhat probable. So let us know in the comments what you guys think. Of course, if you guys want to talk more about GTA 6, hit that subscribe button. We'll be doing a bunch of GTA 6 content over the next couple of months and over the next year as we slowly get closer and closer to the actual release date. But that is going to do it for today's video. Let us know your thoughts on this. Do you believe this guy? Do you not believe him? Do you think that's a believable intro to the trailer? And what do you think about the lizards and the iguanas being an invasive species? It's an interesting dynamic. Thank you all for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. If there's any updates to this, I'll keep you guys up to date and let you guys know in another video. But that's going to do it. As always, I'll see you all in the next one.